Good afternoon, my dear student. Today, I am going to discuss about the remaining portion from the third chapter of your moral science book. That last day we already started. The chapter is about the reading is a good habit. Now, between all the habits, that one of the important and most very interesting that habit is the reading. And we can get after the reading, we get the many things after the reading. What are the things? Like it can increase the capability of thinking of us. That it can increase the capability of thinking in our minds. Second is it help us to write or creativity in our writing. By ourselves, we can write the more things, any interesting word or the new word that we can put in while we are writing anything. And the third is from the storybooks or the while we reading the any storybooks or the others, any comics or the others, any book, that we get the achievements or we get the how to solve the problems or how to face the difficulties. These all are the things that we get while we are reading the books. Now today, last already we read about the different 4 types of readers. What are the 4 types of readers? The first one is the hourglass. The hourglass means this type readers that run out the leaves at no impression. Means constantly whole day they are reading. They are reading constantly without anything. They are reading only. They are to reading fast. So this type the peoples, these are readers are known as the hourglass reader. Second is the sponge. The sponge is everything that is written that is properly. Which one is the unwanted they not read. Which one is the needed they have to read properly. And the third one is the jelly bag type. Jelly bag type means these are the readers, they get the after the reading, they get which one the benefits they get, they have to remember or they have to keep in their minds. And the last is that about the 4th type of reader, that the worker. The worker means they are the diamond worker lives. They have to inside the book which one is very important or which one necessary for us. They have to cut it and they have to find out the things. What is the main facts of the story or the main thoughts of the books that they have to understand it. So these are the 4 different types of readers. Now today we are going to discuss about what kind of books that we should read. Now books our immediate interest that relate the studies that should be foremost selection for the student. Now those books are for the study they are given us. These are the books they have to make the interest answer. But the books are reinforced, the expand to your knowledge come to next. But sometimes we need to read like the JK or the general knowledge book. This make increase our knowledge power or the general knowledge it being increase of ours. So we should read this. And general reading should increase in the books of history, culture and religion. While we are reading the different books of the history or the other things, we are able to know in the ancient time or the olden days. Okay. And the kinds of books make us understand the society around us. And from the few books also, we are able to know that where we are living in our society, what are the things, what are the characteristics, features, we are able to know from our society also. And the enable to interpret the present achievements of the society better. And what are the ways that we can follow that make our society better. These are the things also we have to read in our books. And the books of religion, they help us to the moral character and the various the religious teaching. And those are the books are based on the religious matter. They help us to know about the different religious things or the religious rules, regulation, what we should follow. So when we know about these things, it makes easier for us that we should follow these things. And the good reference that can be found at the great man in search of books. And those are the books of the strugglers, those are the man get successful in their life. They also written their autobiography. So when we read about these things, we also get inspired from their books also that help us in our life also to fight against the different problems and the difficulties. Now you have to read slowly and pause frequently and think seriously and life clean. That is a very important thing. That read slowly one by one and read slowly. After that, you have to think properly. That is the main things. After reading, that's not only that matter that when you read it and complete it. It's not the matter. After reading, you should understand it. What you read, for that reason, you have to think about it. And return the duly with the corners of the leaves and not turn around. And when you have to understand that what is the substance, what is the matter, then it can make better to create the interest among the subject or among the book. Now these lines are tell us about the read a book that is a fruitful informations. Reading should be enabled to us to think and think of a common man, and it's also make the content of the book it's depend on it. If a book content or the summary, if you understand that what is about the which things the book is written, there is may create more interest between for this. And also it create the majority of the people just do that. Is a majority, many people are also want to do that. Some read to think. Few people they read the books for thinking only. They are rare. And this type people are found in a very rare in case. That those who after reading, they have to think. Second one, some to write. They are common. Most of the people they reading books that only for the writing. Like you are reading books that only for writing in exam. No need to understand that if I get marks that is enough. But it's not enough. While you are reading any subject, any book, you first have to understand that what is the things. So you never forget in your full whole lifetime. So that is the things you have to understand it. You have to think about the matter after reading the book. And some read to talk. These are the great majority. And most of them, they have read their books only for the talking purpose. And some people of all the claims that about the reading habits, but they do not know actually that they have read. Means those people, some people are there, they are reading the books only. The whole day they are reading the books, but they did not understand also what they are reading. So it's not necessary to read. Those people they are reading. If suppose I give you to read this chapter, if you read the chapter fully, but if you don't understand anything, so what is the meaning to reading of it? But these people also been found on it. Now they never ponders of the content, but they are simply waste the time in reading. They did not understand anything. What they are doing, they simply waste of time. And the reading is their hobby, but never an intelligent reading. It's good that they like to read, but they did not try to understand what they are reading. Some people are there, they like to read anything. They have to read nicely one by one. But what they are reading, they never try to understand that. And therefore, it is very essential that we read a book slowly and try to understand what is the matter on given it. And while we are reading a book, we should take a pencil and we have to mark it what are the important things, and it can better for us that while we again next time we are going to read these important things, it will be easily we can find out. And the ideas and thought collect us on the useful knowledge bank, and when these ideas or knowledge it being increased our more knowledge power. And sometimes they serve us as the advice person whom have personally consulted. And when you get the more knowledge, that time you can advise to the other person also. What the other person doing good or bad, you can make them sure about it. That this person are doing bad or good, you make sure it. And reading thus very useful pastime. Reading is not the other hobby like the other hobby, like the playing other games. It's a very useful that what useful things, what are the things you get the knowledge in your heart, that the whole life you gain it. And the books provide us the best company, introducing the thoughts and our food for our mind. And books of our best friend, of our best companies, they always provide to us the knowledge. And this help us to balance the view in life. And reading books, after that we can maintain the properly, like every difficulties, every problems that we have to make we lose our hope. We always have to encourage or inspire from these books. And sometimes a single thought change the one's way of life. Sometimes if anyone it give us the advice, that time it create the great impact in our life that we get after reading books only. And they reflect well the thoughts that they come across in books. And all the thoughts it being replaced where we are reading the different type of books only. Now so this about the story. Now it is given what is the use of reading. What is the importance of reading? That before only I am discussing it. That because after reading it creates the thinking ability of us. Second, it increases the creativity of our writing. Third, that we never lose our hopes or we inspire from the books also. Second is that should a person read the general improvement? Yes. For the general improvement, for a general increasement of general knowledge of a person. That is not the study book. In others book also, it increases our knowledge. So it should be needed to read a book. Second is which kind of reader like the hourglass. Those are the peoples are reading constantly for the long time of period. These type of peoples are known as the hourglass like peoples. What do you think the reader like a sponge? The reader like a sponge, that is the peoples that which one they needed, how much they will read nicely. After that, how much they will need, they will take this much. Which is the best kind of reader? That which one is a diamond or the worker? Diamond worker. This is the best kind of reader. And which type of book should you form a selection? That which book provides us the knowledge for our life? This book we have to be selected first or give the priority for that. How does the study of life that histories are great men help? Because when you have to read the books, it increase the more knowledge around itself. And you never lost your hope in your life. And you can give advice to the others also. And also that you have to lose all the things. And you should gain the knowledge every day by day to be increased. And so these are about the question answers that I have to write down in your copy. So what is your homework? What are the discussion I did? Only number A and B. Only number A answer I discussed, and number B I have to find out by own and have to write the answer also. So this two is your homework. So you have to write down question with answer properly in your world science copy. Okay. Today I have to share. Thank you.